If you are still running straight blades, it is time to ditch the straight blades. Get rid of them. Switching to a helical cutter head has been the best decision I've ever made for my little shop. It's completely changed, completely revolutionized the way I work and the way I utilize this DeWalt 735 planer. Let me show you how it installs, how it performs, and why it's a difference you can see, you can hear, and you can feel. Let's go.
Find My Tool offers an affordable helical cutter head. I upgraded for one main reason. The stock blades were giving me issues. The tear out on figured wood, lots of sanding after the fact, and constant blade maintenance. I wanted a better cut quality and less downtime. And the fact that this machine is about 20 decibels quieter now with the helical head, easy no-brainer, huge upgrade. Why did I choose a helical head though? A helical cutter head uses small carbide inserts arranged in a spiral, obviously. That means quieter cuts, smoother surfaces, and no more resharpening of the blades. You just rotate the inserts when they're dull. It's that simple. Once I saw how clean the cuts were, I never looked back, and this was an upgrade that I should have done years ago. Over the years, my tool, my DeWalt 735 planer got pretty dirty. So this was just some maintenance while I was at it. While the parts were exposed, I might as well clean it up. There are essentially 6 tools, maybe 7 tools that you really need to get this project done. And there aren't really specifications in the guide that tell you what you need. So all in all, you need a hammer, the star bit that comes with the planer, or just a star bit in general, the snap ring adjuster or the snap ring removal tool, fine needle nose pliers, a hex wrench or a 6mm hex bit, and or a crescent wrench. It really just depends on how much wear and tear has been on your planer over the years. The installation process was straightforward. I even skipped the majority of the install process because it is really just a straightforward thing, and the guide online explains it to a T. It replaced the OEM cutter head directly, and all the hardware you really need was included. If you're comfortable with changing the blades, you can handle this task. With straight knives, the planer was easily one of the loudest tools in my shop. After the upgrade, it's noticeably quieter and way less harsh on my ears. The stock blades usually ran around 102 to 110 decibels, and the helical cutter head that you'll see in this image here on screen only really capped out near 100, but I think that was just the placement of my phone. So really the helical cutter head capped anywhere between 92 and 98 decibels. The real benefit is coming down to me not having to worry about blade sharpening anymore. I don't get nervous feeding in expensive or figured wood. This upgrade gives me consistent results, and it saves time every time I use the planer. If you rely on your planer for clean, repeatable results, upgrading to a helical cutter head is a decision you will not regret. It made my planer perform like a professional machine, and I have a small garage workshop.
If you have questions about the installation process or how I feel about the tool weeks or months after the fact, let me know down in the comments. I'll be happy to answer anything I can to the best of my knowledge. But overall, this tool, this upgrade is highly beneficial to your workload, to your DeWalt 735 planer. There is a link to this cutter head down in the description below. And if you think this video is worthwhile and you think it's time for upgrade, I really consider, or I would recommend you to use that link. Do something for yourself, ditch the noise, ditch the crappy straight blades, and go get yourself one today. Thank you so much for watching. If you think this helped you or this was beneficial to you anyway, please consider subscribing for more tools, tips, reviews, whatever I post nowadays. See you in the next project. Bye.